Right, how you doing? So basically what's going on is, along with the Pioneer bike that I'm working on at the back there, as you can see by the big red sign on my door, the Malle Mile, 21st of July. I want to go. I went last year. This year I want to race. So my plan is to go and take this little CG125. You saw me do a video on it, starting it, kind of getting it running. My plan is now to make it into a little racer bike for the Malle, go and have some fun basically. So I'm going to be doing kind of two videos side by side, but this one we're going to concentrate on the CG, getting some of the design sorted. I've got ideas in my head, and taking it to the level we want. It's not going to be pristine, it's not going to be a show bike, it's just something I can go and have fun on. So just to recap, I gave 20 quid for the bike. I bought a new tank, but it came with a dent, so I got a refund. And I bought, what else did I buy? I bought a seat, 12 quid off Amazon, something like that. It's the same seat I've been using on the Pioneer, so I'm kind of swapping between, so I'm going to have to buy another one, I think, but hey ho. So far, oh, and I bought a set of tyres, but they haven't been fitted yet. A set of knobbly tyres, because I want to do the hill climb. Probably going to end up having to buy an exhaust for it, maybe some shocks, and then there'll be some paint and other bits. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Like, subscribe. Oh, and another thing is, a lot of people keep messaging me on the comments, bits I take off bikes. They want to know, oh, have you got one of these for sale? Have you got one of them for sale? Blah, 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 blah. If you follow me on Instagram, DannyDoesThings_UK, message me on there, and it's much easier and much more private to arrange stuff like that. Cheers. Okay, so let's take a little tour around, see what work is in order. So first thing we're going to do, well, not first thing we're going to do, I'm going to cut the rear pegs off, because it's only going to be a single seat, so they can go. All this wiring is going to get pulled off. Don't know what attaches to there, that'll probably get cut off there. All this wiring out of here. We've got the cover free, new foot pegs, like rubbers. Needs new, what do we need? New clutch cable, new throttle cable, new clutch cable, new brake cable, probably new throttle cable, new throttle assembly. Probably a new exhaust. Cut some of these bits off. I think they're just done in plastics. Cut this exhaust so it angles up here. I kind of like them when they angle up there. That's my plan anyway. I can lose this big bit of metal behind here. Maybe new shocks, definitely new brake pads, or brake internals, whatever they call them in there. Oh, and I also have to make some spacers on here to set this pin back to hold the tank about here, so it sits properly, because it's like an aftermarket tank. So lots and lots of work to do. I'm going to cut out some of this, weld the tray underneath. Fun, fun, fun. Let's get started. So let's cut these rear foot pegs off. Okay, so there's one peg gone. Still got to do the bottom bit. I'll end up doing that when I take the swing arm off, because there's loads of weld under it. I want to get it as smooth as I can. So, got a little scar there, but we can fill that with weld. That's not a problem. So let's get the other one off. Get some bits removed here. As I was grinding that bracket off there, I noticed this. It looks like the screw's been sheared off in there. So that's going to be fun. I'm not sure if I can be bothered to find that yet, and kind of get into that. I think I'll do that when I take the engine off and degrease it and wash it and rebuild it and all that kind of stuff. But as it stands, we've got the back pedals off. We've got the seat bracket mounted. I'm thinking I might remake this bracket so it's lower, so the seat just sits that kind of ½ inch lower. And then I've got a kind of spanner wedged under there, just so you can see kind of the height of the seat. And come around this side. Let's see if we can get further out. It's still got a lovely dent. So I got this cheap eBay clock. I think would just sit fine in there. That's kind of what I want. Just nice in the middle there. I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna make up some brackets off of here onto the bottom of the clock. So you can see it sits there. Lovely. I think what I'm going to do is use the V-mount that come with it, cut that down, drill some holes, and we'll see how that looks. Right, so make these brackets. I'm going to measure the distance between the two holes on the top on the yoke. Let's get around this side. So it's about 90mm. Just over 90mm, let's say like 92, 93mm. I've got the two brackets I made, or two brackets I cut. So yeah, those two. I've got my initial hole. Now if I measure on the back of the clock the distance between the two bolts, I'm having that at 45mm. So from there I can do my math. As you can see, got the clock mounted. Quite happy with how those little brackets come out. Still got to be painted and that, but I thought I'd offer it up. That's exactly where I wanted it to be, so I'm happy with that. Also in the post, I've had the new throttle inner, new throttle cable, new clutch cable, new front brake cable, and obviously this grip to match that one. So got some toys coming on. It's all stripped back. Just getting on with the wiring now. I'm gonna get the basic wiring for the kickstart, to get the bike running. See if we can get it running by itself I think I've got everything here I need, so I'm just stripping the old loom back because it's a bit of a mess. I'm going to wire up a real basic kickstart power just so I can get it turning over and running by itself, and then basically plan where everything is going to go so I can finish the frame, get it stripped apart, and then rework on the engine, strip that down and make sure that's all good. So that's where we are today. So just basically cutting loads of wire off, and that's how it's going to go. So I've jerry-rigged the CDI. Well, not jerry-rigged. I've taken the black and yellow that goes to the coil, off to the coil, and the blue and yellow that goes down here into the engine. There, I've got spark at the spark plug, so I decided to put some fuel in the petrol tank, find some fuel hose. I don't think this is actually fuel hose, but we'll see. And I thought we'd try and kick it over, see if we can actually get it running on proper fuel. I do have my can of Easy Start, should I need it though. Let's give it a go. Winner, winner. So that's everything we've cut off the loom so far. And this is kind of what we're left with. We've got the blue and yellow coming out of the engine, going to the CDI. We've got the black and yellow from the CDI going up to the coil. Got the yellow and white coming out of the engine off to the rectifier, the green there, the red. Now this went through the ignition switch before, and what I've done is I've just attached the red to the red and black on there. Just means I haven't got to worry about a switch at the moment. And it all starts and runs. So now what we've got to do is find where we're going to hide these. That CDI is massive. I wonder if they make a smaller one. We've got to find where we're going to hide these on the bike, get them in position to actually sort out the wiring to where the bloody hell are we going to put it in there? Oh well, we'll sort it out. But the bike is running. Haven't been through the gears or anything, but it's running under its own steam, as it were, petrol, whatever.